So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. What is bringing us here, all of us together in big number, is who is that? Who has brought us? Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. Well, you could also say Samba Prabhu has brought us together. Yeah, certainly you could say Loknath Swami has brought us together here. Or Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Prabhupada. Yadi Prabhupada no hoite, to ki hoite, to Srila Prabhupada has brought us, all of us, together here. But anyway, I'm not expecting a reply from you. I will tell you. Of course, these are some factors or causes of why we are here, for sure. But the ultimate factor, ultimate cause, who is also Sarva Karana Karanam, and that is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kindly appeared into this world because he is kind. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha. We offer our obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why do we do that? Rupa Goswami says, well, there are 4 reasons. Amongst them, there's one main reason also, and that is Namo Mahavadanyaya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most magnanimous. Mahavadanya. Of course, Ram, Jai Sri Ram. He was also magnanimous. Jai Narasimha. Certainly, he was very, very magnanimous. Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki. We cannot think of God if he is not kind. What kind of God he is, he could be, if he is not kind. He has to be kind. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has become more kind or most kind. Patita Pavan Sitaram. Patita Pavan Sitaram. Lord Ram lifts those who are fallen. Patita Pavan Sitaram. And that is all the Lords do that, in fact. I'm fallen, ai nanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tava pada pankajasthita dhulisha drashan vichintaya. Of course, those who pray like this also to the Lord, that I'm very fallen, O Lord, please pick me up from this ocean of this material existence and fix me as a dust particle of your lotus feet. In the age of Kali, living entities are most fallen. They are fallen in Satya Yuga, more fallen in Treta Yuga, more fallen in Dwapar Yuga, and more or most fallen in this age of Kali Yuga. If us, the conditioned souls, are most fallen in this age of Kali, then Lord also has to become most kind, most magnanimous, right? Then there's a good match. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Kara More Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagata Sansare. This is Narottam Das Thakur, a gentleman, honestly speaking, that I'm fallen, I'm very fallen. Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Paibeyar. Fallen person like me, you will not find there isn't another more fallen person than I am. So anyone here fallen or only a few fallen, not everyone is. Whether we admit or don't admit, Lord knows that we are most fallen in this age of Kali. So Lord kindly appeared into this world 500 years ago. 500 and how many years? 38, 30. In Navadip Mayapur Dhama ke. And immediately, Lord started lifting the fallen people. In fact, He started lifting, elevating people even before He appeared on that day of Gaur Purnima. Falgun Purnima, we call Falgun Purnima as Gaur Purnima. The Lord was going to appear, of course, Purnima time, moonrise time. But that day, the moon was not, he was going to rise, but not going to show his face. Because that was moon eclipse, Chandra Grahan day. Devotees or acharyas say, in fact, moon came up with an excuse. Oh, today is a moon eclipse day, so I will not show up. I will not show my face. But the reason he did not want to show his face was he was thinking, today Chaitanya Chandra is going to be appearing. But look, my face has so many sparse, dark sparse, ugly faced I am. How could I show my face to the world? When on this day, Bahu Koti Chandra Jine Vadana Ujvala, Bahu Koti Chandra Jine Vadana Ujvala. That Lord's face is going to be brilliant as not one moon, but Bahu Koti, millions of moons, brilliance put together. That is that much effulgent face Lord Gauranga, Gaurachandra has. So better let him appear. I will hide my face. Anyway, he hid his face. He's hiding behind. But that's one point. Acharyas say how beautiful, how effulgent is Gauranga, Gaurachandra, or Mayapur Chandra. That's why Srila Prabhupada gave the name to our ISKCON temple in Mayapur is Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir. Mayapur Chandra Uday. He appeared on the horizon of Mayapur now. But during the day, Mahaprabhu appeared. In what form did he appear? Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Lord makes his appearance in the age of Kali in the form of his holy name. He appeared as Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. And during the day, Lord started lifting, liberating conditioned souls. Because it was a moon eclipse day, lots of people had come from all over, from Kolkata, from here, there, to the banks of Ganga Maiya Ki, and they were all taking baths there. Har Har Gange or Gaur Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. So Lord started exhibition of his kindness even before his appearance, during that daytime. first day of his appearance. Hari se Bada Hari ka naam, Hari se Bada Hari ka naam. In North India, say, yeah, the holy name of the Lord is Bada, or bigger, or more kind than the Lord. Nama Chintamani Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. It is full of rasa murti, Purna, Shuddha, Nitya, Mukta, Abhinnatva, Nama Namino. Lord's name is Purna, complete and eternal and not different from the Lord. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to be appearing to make his holy name appear along with him or before him, make the holy name available. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was a little baby in the cradle, in a swing. And one day he was crying, Mommy, she was crying. And Sachimata started chanting. Well, she was prompted, chant Hare Krishna. Sachimata, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. And as soon as Nimai, it's such a sweet name. I really love this name. He was born, Lord was born underneath a neem tree, so he was given, that's one reason why he was given name Nimai. So Sachimata, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Everything is sweet. Whatever you think or could talk about, it's all sweet. So I'm jumping from this item to that item. They're all sweet items. Nectarian items. As Nimai heard chanting of Hare Krishna by Sachi Mata, Nimai stopped crying, exhibiting his great attraction and love for chanting of the holy names. He was pacified, he was satisfied by hearing the holy names of the Lord. Everybody not so very happy or crying babies or crying babas, elderly people. If they would hear chanting of Hare Krishna, they would stop their cry or whatever, suffering, and they would be joyful. So this is also something that we could take that as a lesson from that pastime. Nimai crying, and Sachimata chanting, and he stops. And he becomes very happy. Chant Hare Krishna, and this was seen in the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As he heard chanting of Hare, he stopped crying and became happy. Anyway, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hari Hari, he was growing older, and then he was initiated and he was given mantras. He started chanting Hare Krishna also. Lord was in Gaya in Bihar. This is where he received initiation. And as he started chanting of Hare Krishna, he was transformed and he became ecstatic and excited and became fully Krishna conscious, including he became Vrindavan conscious, and he started running towards Vrindavan, chanting Hare Krishna. He's running to Vrindavan. devotees had to make a big effort to dissuade him from chanting or running to Vrindavan, because his chanting was offenseless chanting. You're supposed to be chanting how to chant? Aparada shunya hayya laho Krishna naam. Aparada shunya hayya laho Krishna naam. Chant offenselessly, without offenses. So Mahaprabhu chanting was like that. So immediately, instantly, he became Krishna conscious, chanting. And as he was back in Navadvip, he was a new person altogether, like a mad person, an intoxicated person. Hari Hari. And there were comments, so many comments. Oh, Nima used to be such a nice young man, but now see, he has gone mad, has become Pagal Baba. So he had to go back to his spiritual master, Ishwar Puri, and he's inquiring from his spiritual master, Kiba mantra dila Gosai, Kiba tarabol, japite mantra karila pagal. What kind of mantra you have given? And what a powerful mantra is this? As a result of chanting of this mantra, I have become mad, I've gone mad. So eventually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ends up taking sannyas. The reason being he wanted not only residents of Navadvip be benefited by chanting, hearing and dancing. Yeah, Mahaprabhu would, in early morning hours, he would get up and gather all his associates and begin chanting and dancing. Odilo aruna purababage dvijamani gora amani jage bhakat samuha laiya sathe gelo nagar braje thathai baje lo khol ghana tahe jhanjhe re rol. This is a description. Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Nagar Sankirtan throughout Navadvip. Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari Balena Bolo Re Vadana Bhari. And then Mahaprabhu's associates, most of them are also chanting and dancing. With Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, some are also preaching and saying, they are encouraging, please chant, Bolo, Mukunda, Madhava, Yadava, Hari. Balena Bolo Re Vadana Bhari. Use some strength with your hearts full, throats full, open mouths. Shout out, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So some are preaching like that. Preme dhala sonara anga charane nupura baje. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his Preme dhala sonar anga, his anga is golden, he's Gauranga, he's a Gauranga. He is what? Gauranga. Just like Radharani's anga, complexion. And he's dancing. So Mahaprabhu takes sannyas. And Jagannath Puri Dham ki comes to Jagannath Puri as per instructions and the wishes of Sachi Mata. Otherwise, he was interested in going to Vrindavan, but Nityanand Prabhu and Advaita Acharya tricked Gauranga and brought him to Shantipur. And there were in Shantipur also. Now he was renounced order of life sannyas, free to preach, free to chant and dance. So he was chanting and dancing to his heart's content. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, during his chanting, now he was a tall person. And he would do his Udanda Kirtan. He would fly high in the sky. Ajanu lambita bhujo kanakavadato sankirtanai kapitaro kamalayataksho. The beautiful lotus eyes and long arms and golden complexion form, he would jump the high. Or Udanda Kirtan. What kind of Kirtan? Udanda Kirtan. So in Kirtan he would jump high, kind of getting everyone's attention, and then he would fall on the ground, crash on the ground. And Sachi Mata was in the audience that time, and she would pray. She used to be the witness to Mahaprabhu's this kind of dancing high in the sky and then falling on the ground. She would pray to Bhumi Mata, my dear Mother Earth, please protect my Nimai. Whenever he falls down like this, he has no external consciousness. You please lift him as you had lifted Prahlad Maharaj here in the valleys of these mountains. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instructed to go to Jagannath Puri Dham ki. And you stayed there, Nimai. Vrindavan is very far. Tathastu Maya. So be it. Yes, I will go to Jagannath Puri. And Mahaprabhu comes now and is very close to Jagannath Mandir, and finally he's inside Jagannath temple and he's having darshan of Jagannath. He's seeing Jagannath as Jai Gaur, Sai Krishna, Sai Jagannath. Jai Gaur, Sai Krishna, Sai Jagannath. Is non-different. Jagannath is non-different from Krishna. Also non-different from Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So when he saw Jagannath, he starts running to Jagannath to embrace Jagannath. You have seen Jagannath has, well, the other parts of his body are not visible. But the hands are kind of extended forward. As if Jagannath is wanting also to pick up his devotees and embrace them. Like mothers pick up their children all the time and hold them to their chest. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Jagannath, all his emotions stirred up. Kiva Shiva Shuka Narada Preme Gad. Mahaprabhu's voice choked up, and so many other things are also happening. Body is trembling, and he ends up only saying Jaja, Gaga, Jaja, Gaga. This is all that he could utter, Jaja, Gaga. And he falls on the floor of the temple. Luckily, Sarup Bhattacharya was in Darshan Mandap. He picked Gauranga up and brings him to his home and does all the examination or diagnosis or tests you may call to see what kind of symptoms are these, what kind of emotions are these. Are these fake ones or these are genuine ones? Emotions or bhav, what kind of bhav, what level, what grade? And Sarup Bhattacharya concluded this is called Mahabhav. Ordinary devotees or living entities, they also develop bhav for the Lord. But this is Mahabhav. Only Radharani exhibits bhav like this. Mahabhava Radha Mahabhava Thakurani. This is known as Mahabhava Radharani Thakurani. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is acting like a devotee, but he is Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Then, well, as I just said that, he gave a special darshan to Sarup Bhattacharya during just two-month period, 2 months that Mahaprabhu spent in Puri. And he continued to stay in Sarup Bhattacharya's home. On one day, after a series of events, of course, there's also a reason why the special darshan, Sarup Bhattacharya is going to get special darshan. And this darshan is called, you want to hear? Also see, that darshan is called Shadbhuj darshan. Shad means six. Bhuja means arms. And a six-armed form of the Lord. The two arms were holding bow and arrow. They were a bit greenish, little greenish in complexion. Jai Sri Ram! And that was Sri Ram. Other two arms were holding, bhujas were holding flute, and was Sham Varna, Ghana Eva Sham. And two other arms were holding Kamandalu and Dand of Sannyas. So this was Ramachandra, Krishna Chandra, Chaitanya Chandra ke. Three forms in one. And then Mahaprabhu leaves Jagannath Puri. Now he has appeared also for what? Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Lord appears to establish Yuga Dharma. Hare Krishna Nama Gaur Karila Prachar. He's going to spread and establish the holy name wherever he would now go. So after traveling through Orissa, next immediate state was Andhra Pradesh. And after darshan at Kurma Kshetra, next place was this one, right here. Simhachalam ke. And then on to banks of Godavari near Rajamandri. He's going to be meeting Rai Ramanand, and he spends 7 days, the samvad, the dialogue going on there. And in one of those days or nights, Rai Ramanand had a very special darshan of Gauranga. Suddenly, there was no Gauranga. And in his place, there was Radha and Krishna. Proving the other statement, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha, Krishna, Nahayan. He's not different from Radha and Krishna. And then he's going on and on and on and on and on. And he's chanting and dancing all day to the next destination, the next destination, the next destination. And every evening, like we have satsang here tonight, you remember I had said, who is the cause of bringing all of us in a big number here today? Who did I say? Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. So wherever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would conduct his evening Dharma Sabha or Sankirtan, people would turn in a huge number. I said it huge, so that you will get ideas. Really huge. Big. In a village of 1,000 people, 100,000 people would turn up. No promotion, no advertisement, no banners, no posters, no SMS messages, no nothing, no WhatsApp. But people would just turn up. And with all of them assembled, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would chant and dance with them and get them also to chant and dance. He would say, Hari Bol! As if he was lifting all of them and dropping them. Hari Bol, dropping them. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Mahaprabhu was so tall, with the long arms and jumping high. There was no need of stage for Mahaprabhu. He would stand tall and visible from wherever. And as a result of just chanting one evening, chanting and dancing one evening with Mahaprabhu, they would all become pure devotees, pure devotees. From Shraddha to Prem. You have heard of that seminar, Shraddha to Prem. Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sang, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivratti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, Prem. Like 8 steps. Like a crash course of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Crash course. So they would come, jump to the final stage and became all ecstatic, pure devotees. And to the next town, and the next town, the next village. Like this, Lord was liberating all those souls and dispatching them. Go back to home, go back home. And then one time, Mahaprabhu was going through the forest called Jharkhand forest, and all the animals in that forest, they gathered on the ground, and all the birds were flying in the sky, and they're all chanting and dancing with Mahaprabhu. And in the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the tiger and the deer, they're standing or even walking, rubbing shoulders with each other. Deer and the tiger. They have all forgotten all enmity and animalistic tendencies. And Mahaprabhu was seeing them. Deer and tiger were coming together and embracing each other. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. If animals could do, why not us, the human beings? This is the effect of Krishna consciousness and chanting of the holy names. Mahaprabhu even saw that deer and tiger, they were not only embracing but kissing each other. And that was the height. And Mahaprabhu starts exclaiming, Vrindavan Dham ke! Vrindavan Dham ke! He thought this is only possible in Vrindavan. This must be Vrindavan. This was just Jharkhand forest, not forest of Vrindavan. All consciousness, all dealings were just like being in Vrindavan, residents of Vrindavan. Hari Hari. So this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted that this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra Prathavite Acha Jato Nagaradigram Sarvatra Prachar Hoibe Moranam. My name will be chanted and people will dance along with the chanting in every town, every village of this planet. So this prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been made true by Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Prabhupada was asked by his spiritual master in 1922 to go to the West and propagate the Krishna consciousness, holy name everywhere. So finally Prabhupada eventually, well, as it took many years for me to come here, I was being invited by Samba Prabhu and Nitai Sevini Mataji. So finally, as I have come, so Prabhupada finally in 1965 went to the West, and in 1966, that is 60 years ago, this is 2026, right? 60 years ago, he founded the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada also asked us to organize Padayatras or Bullock Cart Sankirtan traveling. So we did that in over 100 countries, and as a result, holy name has reached far and wide. And the people of Russia and Ukraine, they're fighting, but the Hare Krishna, Ukrainian Hare Krishnas and Russian Hare Krishna devotees are doing Vancha Kalpataru Bhishya Kripa Sandra. And lot has happened in the last 60 years. Including I was here in this town and many towns. In 85, I was here. It was a big Padayatra party that started from Dwarka, where Dwarka is, Gujarat, Dwarka. It was a big party with more than 200 devotees from 20 countries, and big setup was like a little circus. There was a lot of so from Dwarka to Gujarat and Maharashtra and Goa and Karnataka and Kerala, Kanyakumari, through Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. We arrived here, and of course through Orissa and Bengal. After traveling through 8 states and walking for 18 months, 8,000 kilometers, we arrived in Mayapur. So during these Padayatra travels, we had a great darshan of Narasimha and a grand reception. We had our party in this town of Visakhapatnam. Where were you that time? You were not there, you were somewhere. And this temple, of course, wasn't there. So lot had changed. Maybe Gauranga Prabhupada's Padayatra party, as we were passing through this town, we did chant and dance and prasad distribution, and Gaur-Nitai and deities were with us. Sure, some planting of the seed happened. Then Samba Prabhu came at some point, and he watered those seeds and nourished and cultivated fertilizer, etc. And we could see You're all like a growing up from seed. You're like a fruit now we could enjoy. As I said, I was seeing you or taking your darshan was like a perfection of my eyes. It was so pleasing to see you. So, and then temple has cropped up. I mean, no, it doesn't happen overnight. Lot of endeavor, so Nitai Sevini Mata joined, Samba Prabhu and others joined, and we could see it's a big congregation here, and I'm very pleased and proud to see all this. So I thank God, of course, Gauranga, and thank Samba Prabhu. We're like old colleagues. We were together in Delhi some 40 years ago. I was a temple president of Delhi temple, and in Delhi we opened another temple, second temple in Punjabi Bagh, and Samba Prabhu became president of that temple. So from all the way from Delhi to here, and then whole empire has been established here. And of course this is all happening with all your participation, your efforts, your contributions, your sacrifices. And of course a little more to go. Temple is not all ready, almost there. So keep your efforts on. Your tan, man, tan se, man se, dhan se. Support Samba Prabhu, and we have a whole team here, of course. And I suppose by now you're not visitors. Many of you are followers and family members, family of Hare Krishna family. So you're not outsiders, or you're not just guests. You're a host, I suppose. You're part of the host here. And we just had a grand meeting here. Devotees from all over India, from nooks and corners, from south, east, west, north, everywhere. They had all assembled here, and we were all looked after so very nicely, so very nicely. We'll remember these. We had good days here. Okay, thank you. Everybody, Samba Prabhu, Nitai Sevini Mataji, and other full-time devotees, residents of ISKCON Visakhapatnam. Gauranga, Gauranga. Radha Damodar ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Visakhapatnam ki, ISKCON Visakhapatnam Bhakta Vrinda ki, Gaur Premanande.